baby! Shh. Oh my God. Rattled in a giant. Love you, man. I love you. I know. Man, look at that guy. Whew. I think I'd be pretty stupid if I let him walk. I don't know, man.
My history with Tanto begins in 2017 on a rainy November day, actually the same day that I arrowed Slick. Grant and I were hunting over one of our favorite spots to sit in the rut, and a new deer that we'd had on trail camera, hadn't had an encounter with yet, actually come in through the bottom. Really on the fence of whether or not we should target him, whether I should try to arrow him, and after, of course, he gets a little bit further away, I decided I want to shoot him. I tried to grunt at him, and it just didn't work out. Still a great deer, cataloged him, hoped to make it, and sure enough, he did to the 2018 season.
So in 2018, Garrett and I knew for a fact that Tanto would be 5.5 and thus would be at the top or very close to the top of our hit list.
It's October 24th, and us working folk screamed out to the blind after work. We got in later than we wanted to, about 4:15. There's 5 does in the field. The farmer had just picked this yesterday, so we're sitting over here. Nearly a year, 2 years ago, we had an opportunity at a phenomenal deer in this field. And traditionally, this has always just been a really good time of the year for this exact spot. I guess you could say it was a stars aligning moment because the corn was picked yesterday. We have a very rare southeast wind, which is the most perfect and ideal for this blind, and it's pre-rut. Grant and I both are sitting with a buck tag burn up. He shot Slick Lucky just a couple days ago, and I harvested Josh on the 12th. We're gonna sit in here and kind of be an observatory mission, see what comes out. just gonna duplicate what we did. For lucky, I'm gonna do a couple grunts. Wait 30, 40 seconds, and then I'm gonna rake a tree. Give it about 2 minutes, and I'll start tickling them and slowly build it up.
So we had been tracking Tanto throughout the season, getting pictures of him over scrape lines and then finding out, trying to figure out where his core area was. And our first encounter with him was a bit awkward. It was a snowy November morning. It was absolutely beautiful.
It's November the 9th. Yesterday, Grant and I sat probably 250 yards in a field, a small kill plot that we have. And we saw quite a few deer, just not the right ones. So we've got like 3 days left of our vacation. We're kind of pushing it, I guess you could say. We're in a stand that I killed slick out of a year and 5 days ago. And the wind isn't ideal, but we put out a ton of code blue. And Grant and I were saying, like, this is something that we would have done 5 years ago. So far, hasn't even been probably 20 minutes of light, and we've seen 7 does and a small spike buck. So we'll see. And hopefully this weather gets it moving. It's cold, it's 28, snow on the ground, light wind. This is about as good as you could get for the Midwest whitetail rut. Grant checked the trail camera, and we had multiple deer in here, good deer, in the morning the past couple days. But that other thing that it showed is that there was a buck breeding a doe. So hopefully they're not locked down. Hopefully they're either transitioning between does or trying to find those first hot ones. But it is on like Donkey Kong, and see if we can't get lucky this morning. It's Johnsonville, isn't it? I wish I had a dope lead. Is he coming? I mean, if he's with that doe, it's going to be hard to pull him off of it.
The sun was coming up. We'd seen a pile of deer, and Grant was filming, and given the nature of the show, he's like, man, I'm going to switch out the telephoto and do some B-roll. It's beautiful. I agreed, and kind of sitting there. Grant's got the camera completely disassembled, and of course, wouldn't you know it, here comes Tanto, right up the trail.
I mean, breakfast sounds good, but that buck sounds better. God. Ooh, it's going to eat me for a little while. said, ooh, that's gonna eat me for a little while. And I was visualizing it, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna be about 30, 35. I said I got my pin set on 20. I was like, that's my shot. I was gonna take it. I was ready to. And they went the other way. Looks like he's one. I'm not gonna shoot him. I'm not gonna kill him.
Got some great footage of it right now.
I could kill him right there. It's gotta look sweet. I did a blind rattle, I don't know, about 15 minutes ago, and I barely set the horns down, and a buck that we know all too well is Pretty Boy. Now, last year he was a busted up 3-year-old, and we were lucky that he was busted up because we knew he'd probably make it, and this year he did. He sits real high off top of his head, and next year he could be something pretty special.
So it is actually the Wednesday before second gun season starts, and I'm out scouting. It's after work, it's dusk, and I'm going down a road that joins Garrett and I's hunting property with a couple other properties that deer like to pass through from time to time. And I actually see Tanto on the hoof. And like Garrett said, we haven't seen him for the entire duration of the rut, and he's going back north towards our property. So I called Garrett and I was frantic with him. I told him Tanto's alive and he's going to be in the vicinity tomorrow, the opening day of second gun season.
So here comes the first day of second firearm season in Illinois. And naturally, Grant is burdened and has to make a hard decision. And I was self-filming, which is fine, in a ground blind. And I'm having a great day. 8 to 10 inches of snow on the ground. And it's really one of the few good days that we've had this entire 3-4 week stretch of the rut.
It's actually a little bit after 3. I got out of work later than I wanted to. And I bumped a pair of young deer out of the field here. But we are sitting over a snow-covered cornfield. I've got a rare southeast wind blowing me back to the road here, so I shouldn't be winded at all tonight.
I'm seeing a lot of deer, seeing a lot of our good deer. One of them, in fact, which is Pretty Boy, and I'm filming him. He's a beautiful 4-year-old. We know he's going to blow up. And I just picked my head up out of the camera to scan the field, and here comes Tanto from the other way on a line to the does.
Tanto just came in the field. Tanto just came in the field. Holy shit. Oh, calm down, big guy. Here we go. Let's let him get in the field a little bit. Yeah. That's the one. got him. I got him. Where is he? 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 There he is. There he is. Look at him pouring blood. No. Oh, yeah, heart shot him. Definitely 100%. Dude, yeah. Yep. I mean, I filmed him for a while, but I was like, I can't hold on to this any longer, dude.
Yeah, so he was just right out, what, 100 yards?
126 yards.
Nice.
Oh, man. Dude, I mean, it happened so early.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 4:20. I mean,
That's why,
realistically hunt for another hour.
well,
If you really wanted to.
that's what I'm saying, man. I was like, I like, he came out and I thought to myself, am I silly for shooting him right now? And I was like, no, I'm not. Okay, so Tanto is down, and this blood is ridiculous. 126 yard shot from the blind, and he didn't go 50 yards. He is over there, right over there. So I'm gonna do my best to film this, but this blood is insane. So this is a point of impact. I mean, this is almost like a blood trail from a heart shot bow deer. And this is just the whole way. Ah, here he is. This is a deer that we struggled all year to figure out who he was. He was one of the dominant bucks on our farm, and knew he was gonna be one of the big shots running around. Beautiful deer. This is a deer that we know as Tanto. Last year he showed up on our farms mid-October, and he hung around for about 3 weeks, and then this year he came back and he stuck around almost all year. It was him, Johnsonville, and then Lucky, which Grant was able to harvest in early October, that were really the 3 hit listers on our farm. And this guy was becoming the top of the list after getting more footage, seeing him in person, almost killing him with a bow. This was really the cherry deer at the farm. He's probably 19 to 20 inches wide. He's got some great character with the split over here. He's got a little cheater point over here. Just a great buck. You know, we're happy to be able to hunt a deer like this. I'm super pumped to be able to kill a deer like this. Bittersweet though today, considering that Grant wasn't there with me. But regardless, this is a great deer. I think it's a deer that most people would be super proud to kill. I am blessed to be able to wrap my tag around this guy. It's a perfect way to end the season. I'm bucked out, ready to sit behind Grant until he gets it done. And I don't know, it's been a pretty good year so far, and hopefully we can keep the ball rolling. Garrett's gonna try to load him now. What's up, you ho chums?
It's a first, drinking.
Wait, Jeff drinking. Attaboy.
No, it's a first you're drinking beer, not liquor.
I have Michelob Ultras in there for girls. Did you not see them?
There's a wine in there.
See, they're in the refrigerator.
Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed our show, and if you're currently watching this on Carbon TV, feel free to go up to the upper left-hand corner of the screen and up our carbon score. That would really help us out a lot. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, bottom right, it's the big red one. And if you guys have never followed us on social media before, that's where all of our great photo and short clips are. So definitely check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, because we're constantly updating those sites daily. So we really appreciate the support. Thank you.